They charged with swords, but their world ended with a single shot. For centuries, the samurai were unstoppable, masters of the blade, warriors bound by honor. But on one blood-soaked field in 1575, everything changed. The samurai met something they did not understand, and it didn't care about honor. This is the story of the day honor met gunpowder, and Japan would never be the same. For nearly 150 years, the land knew nothing but war, a brutal era known as the Sengoku period. Feudal lords called daimyo fought endlessly for power, land, and survival. There was no peace, only war, and at the heart of every army stood the samurai. These weren't just soldiers. They were a warrior class that lived and died by Bushido. The way of the warrior, loyalty, discipline, and above all, honor in combat. Battles were personal, face to face, skill against skill. The sword was sacred, and victory meant proving your worth as a warrior. But in 1543, everything changed. Portuguese traders arrived on Japanese shores, carrying something Japan had never seen before, the Tanegashima, a matchlock firearm crude by modern standards, and it was about to rewrite the rules of war. Oda Nobunaga, a daimyo with a vision, ruthless, strategic, and completely uninterested in tradition. He didn't care about honor in the old sense. He only cared about victory. While other lords dismissed guns as dishonorable, Nobunaga saw the future. He saw an opportunity and began mass-producing firearms and training entire units on how to use them. His greatest test came in 1575. His enemy? Takeda Katsuyori, leader of the legendary Takeda cavalry, son of the legendary Takeda Shingen. The Takeda clan was famous for their cavalry charges. For decades, the Takeda cavalry had been unstoppable. When they charged, battles ended. Their name alone struck fear across Japan. To them, war was still what it had always been, a test of strength, a proving ground for honor. The two armies met at Nagashino. Nobunaga had 38,000 men. Takeda had 15,000. Outnumbered but confident, because they had something numbers couldn't measure: the cavalry. Nobunaga did something unexpected. He wasn't planning a traditional battle. He built wooden barricades across the field, then positioned 3,000 gunmen behind them in rotating lines. 3 rows. While one fired, the others reloaded. It was a rotating wall of bullets. The Takeda samurai didn't know what was coming. To them, this was just another battle, another chance to prove their honor. The order was given. The Takeda cavalry charged, thousands of warriors, thundering across the plain, swords raised. This was the samurai way, glory in the charge. Nobunaga raised his hand, and then the guns fired. The first line of cavalry fell instantly, then the second, then the third. The Takeda cavalry, which has been unstoppable for generations, was cut down before they even reached the enemy. There was no honor here, no duel, no test of skill, just smoke and death. By the end of the day, over 10,000 Takeda warriors were dead. The charge had failed. The old way had failed. Nagashino changed everything. Word spread fast. Guns worked. And they didn't care about your training, your lineage, or your honor. Within decades, firearms spread across Japan. Every major army in Japan had firearms. The sword was no longer supreme. The samurai didn't disappear overnight, but their role shifted. They became commanders, administrators, symbols of a fading era. By 1603, Tokugawa Ieyasu unified Japan and established the Tokugawa shogunate. Peace came, but the age of the battlefield samurai was over. In the centuries that followed, The samurai became peacetime officials. The katana became ceremonial, a relic of what once was. And the gun? It proved that technology doesn't care about tradition. It simply wins. So what happened at Nagashino? Did honor die that day? No, honor didn't die. It evolved. The samurai spirit didn't vanish. It transformed into something deeper. Discipline, respect, the pursuit of mastery. Because real honor isn't about how you fight. It's about what you fight for.